Alright, so today we're going to, I'm going to show you how to roll the slab without machines. So you get a little clay, and then amount of clay that you need. So what you can do is, you can stretch it first. And then you're going to take the clay, constantly move around. This clay is very wet. I'm going to kind of stretch it. Right here. Stretch out this side. Basically, put down the clay and move towards you. And now I'm going to take this clay on the paper. I'm going to use a rolling pin. So any of the kitchen rolling pin will work. So I can gently roll it. So that's a first. Make sure that you are constantly flipping your clay. So to prevent your clay stuck on the paper. Although, if your clay stuck on the paper, it's not big, no big deal. Right? Take this, flip it. I'm gonna do this again. This is about maybe a 8-pound clay. Move it. I'm going to flip it like this, holding the paper like this, and drag them up. Rotate. Do this again. Constantly checking your thickness of the clay to see if that is what you like. If not, let's go back. Take this paper out. Take this, hold it on the edges, as many paper as you can. Okay, flip it like that. One more time. So until the desired thickness that you want. And that's how you roll a slab at home. Yeah? Okay. Even not at home. In your studio. And do this, constantly flipping. Allow clay to move. If the clay is getting a little too thick and you don't really want that thickness, I'm actually going to cut this in half and separate this too. And I can do it this way. Take this out. And you see the thickness of the clay is quite thick, so I'm going to actually move around on the dry clay. I'm going to take more paper to put it on top. What happens if you don't have a paper? Canvas. Alright, go to the Harbor Freight and get some of those canvas. Those are really cheap. So you can actually use that as the flipping your clay. Okay? So again, I'm going to take this, I'm going to roll them. So you can see the clay kind of moves a little bit. Yes. So now the clay got a little thinner. Right here is about 1/4 inch. That looks pretty good. Before I kind of let my clay dry a little bit, I'm gonna flip it one more time. Take this, make sure these are cleaned up, so you can roll it. Okay. The key is constantly flipping. Okay. Once you've done this, you're gonna let the clay kind of dry a little bit. Since I'm doing a soft slab, so what I want to do is I need to, before I decide to make my soft slab artwork, I want to make sure that my clay is actually compressed. So I got one of these tools right here. This is actually a galvanized metal that I made it myself. You can actually go to Home Depot, buy one. They are very stiff. It's very different than the soft one. So this is, I make this myself and just cut a little heart shape, half heart shape. So what I want to do is I'm going to compress the clay. 45-degree runs it. So when you're doing the slab rolling, the clay tend to kind of spread it open. Therefore, the compressions will allow the clay stick together a little better. Okay? So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it again. Because you need to compress both sides. Both sides. There you go. One more time. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then I'm gonna wait for this to be done, to ready to use. All right, so this is how you roll the slab.